Lately, I have been grinding foot rivals with the 4-2-2 formation, and I really like this formation. It is different than other formations, it is more fun to play, but the most important players in this formation are your left attacking mid, right attacking mid, and the playstyles on these players are really important. And we'll get to that after I've shown you the tactics. The roles are very important. This formation is all about the correct roles, right? Guys, the two cams they provide a lot of support to the strikers, and no, this is not how I line up the formation in game. What instructions should we use on the cam? I have tried almost every instruction. Classic 10 is really good, Classic 10, Classic 10, but that way I still feel I am very narrow. I need some width on the pitch. This is why if I use Shadow Striker, what happens is that the gap between the CDMs and the cams is way too much. That way it is easier for the opponent to press me. And by the way, this formation works really well against the 4-2-1-3. With that being said, guys, what should you play? Now, hear me out. I was watching Boras play this formation last weekend league, and he was using it like this, right? He was using half winger and playmaker. That way, you get this diamond shape, like you have two strikers up top and one cam, and then someone to play out wide. I don't recommend it. I have tried it. I feel you're just wasting one of your cams at this point. You need more players in the middle of the park, and especially against formations like 4-2-1-3, you need to overload them with attackers in the middle of the park. And please excuse my voice as I am under the weather. For your LBRB, you should use fullback. Now, I don't recommend using fullback defend, guys. It does not impact how they are going to defend when they are off the ball. They will still maintain their shape. When you use defend, what happens is they come inside. Yes, it might work for you if you lose the ball while building up. They'll be closer to the center backs. That means you'll be able to protect your center before they shift in their positions. I don't recommend it because that way they never come to attack even when you are on the ball. What happens is they always stick close to the CBs, and even if you tell them to run, they make a very bad inverted kind of run, which is not something I want, right? So I recommend playing them fullback balanced. That way, for our CDMs, you can use holding if you really want to lock in your defense. Use holding. Okay, focus set to one can be ball winning and one can be defend, but ball winning takes a lot of pressure. So what I do in this formation is I basically use deep lying playmaker with the focus set to build up. That is the most offensive instruction available. And this way, the CDMs they actually come up and help me attack. So this is how my formation looks like in game. I use the goalkeeper on balanced goalkeeper since he doesn't have the sweeper keeper role. So it's basically a traditional 4-2-2. However, if you struggle to build up with this, you can try this variation where you have one guy as half winger, then you have a four similar to a diamond formation. I recommend this. All right. I have used Classic 10, but I still feel Playmaker is the best of both worlds because when you are using Playmaker, they offer more build up support, I feel. And if you want even more build up support, you can use like this. But this way, guys, you are actually sacrificing your offense. As you can see, if you use them as build up, what happens is they stay closer to your striker. That way, you can also, if you want even more support, you can use one guy as a false nine and you will have plenty of support. This is a variation that I do recommend to some players, especially the ones who struggle to beat the press. I like to play direct, okay? If you learn one thing from me, learn this play direct. Most of you are not playing direct. Now, this game rewards if you are direct. I use balanced as it allows me to make the runs myself, dictate the play. For the defensive approach, believe me or not, I am using 40. It works well for me. High is also really good, but against good players, if the gameplay isn't good, sometimes your switch can go wrong, and if it does go wrong, you get punished. So balance 40 is what I am using, but if it's too defensive for you, too low for you, you can switch to let's say something like 70. So this is my formation for 222. This is the tactics code for it. The other formations I sometimes use is the 4-4-1-1, pretty similar to what I've shown you. There's the tactic code for that formation, and 4-4 is my aggressive formation. So basically, this is what I use. I sometimes still play the 4-2-1-3, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I have used this formation 80% of the times during the past 5 or 6 days. I know you're very eager, you have a TikTok brain, but important thing is to know what playstyle you want to use. I highly recommend that you use this center back or rather CDM and Evo him. Talking about Evos, SBCs, I have made a second channel. The link is in the description below. I review every SBC, every player that gets released. you won't have any doubts when buying players. Okay, you will know exactly which player to buy and what to expect from them. So subscribe the channel. With that being said, guys, your cam needs to have pinged pass. At least one cam needs to have pinged pass, because in this formation you will be making a lot of passes from the cam to the striker. If you have pinged pass, it's just going to be on another level. I was using Zidane, believe me. I just bought Cole Palmer. What I've played, how many games with him? Let me see. I played like 3 games. And Zidane so far felt better just because of his pinged pass. So if you can have pinged pass on your cams, it's gonna be insane. For the attackers, when one finish shot, one rapid is very important. If you can afford Thierry Henry, he is up there as the best strikers in the game. You won't regret him. Go get him. Bale is really good. Minimum 3 players with ping pass, and you won't regret it. Use CBs with ping pass if possible, because that allows you again to just beat the press. Silver ping pass for CBs is good enough. And until next time, I'll see you.